Hello, Aries. Welcome. Take a seat. Relax. There's nothing you need to do in this present moment, Aries. Just relax and enjoy your reading. And to start your reading off, Aries, we have card number 21. This is my grass is always greener card. Michael in this scene says, you know what's funny? I used to stand in here and wish I was out there. Now I'm out there and I wish I was in here. This is all about being somewhere and wishing you were somewhere else. And then you go to that somewhere else and then you wish you were on the other side. And then you're back on the other side and then you wish you were over there, you know. Some events happen in our life though, just to remind us of what truly matters. Michael became a salesman when he found out that he could earn more money. So he left management and he became a salesman. But he wasn't happy as a salesman. He realized that the only thing that he really cared about was being a manager. That's what he was passionate about. That's who he was. He was a manager. He didn't care. He found out that he didn't care about how much money he would make. What he really wanted to do was do what he was passionate about. And so at the end of this episode, spoilers, they switched back. He became manager again. And the difference between the Michael from the beginning and the Michael at the end, right? He ended up in the same spot. Nothing happened. There was no progress, technically. There was no raise. There was no nothing. There was nothing. But the difference between the Michael from the beginning being manager and at the end being manager was a huge difference. At the end, he knew he was right where he belonged. He knew he didn't want to be anywhere else. He knew he was excited about being manager because he figured out that was his passion and that's what he wanted to do. And so he just dove right into his joy, his excitement again. So grass is always greener, huh? All right, at the end, Michael learned about where he belonged and where he has always wanted to be. And so instead of feeling like he should be somewhere else, he figured out that he is right where he belongs. So what do you think about that, Aries? Are you right where you belong? Are you wishing you were somewhere else? If you were in that somewhere else, would you be wishing that you were where you are right now? What is it that you're truly passionate for, you know? Because it's not all about money, you know. Michael was going to earn more, a lot more as a salesman. But he wasn't going to be happy. And Michael wanted to be happy. You know, I feel this card deep 100% because I was going to college for mining engineering. And but I wasn't happy, you know. It was the same. Something in me was telling me that I did not want to go down that road. I didn't want to become a mining engineer. Sure, I was going to make good money. Sure, I was going to be stable for the rest of my life being a mining engineer, you know. Sure, I could have squeezed out some enjoyment, you know, because, I mean, the times that I worked at the mines, I really enjoyed the people that I worked with. And I enjoyed the work that I worked with too, but not enough to have it be what I do for the rest of my life, you know. But I enjoyed it. It was a nice adventure. But it wasn't what I was extremely passionate about. You know, I enjoyed the people more than the work that I was doing. And I want to enjoy the work that I do as much as the people that I work with. That's one thing that I felt very strongly, and I'm going to always feel very strongly about. And so, yeah, my body was screaming at me with depression and anxiety that, hey, we don't want to go down this road. Sure, we're going to make good money, but we're not going to enjoy this. We're not going to be passionate about this. And so I dropped out. I had 2 semesters left to finish, and I dropped out. And now I'm doing this kind of stuff. Now I have a bunch of other ideas that I really am passionate about and excited about. But I'm and I'm trying to figure out how to get there, you know. And I haven't really embodied this excitement, right? This joy yet. So that's one thing I need to remember too, you know, that I'm right where I belong. I'm right where I've wanted to be. And to stop wishing that I was somewhere else, because I know I'm right where I need to be, you know. So, cool. Wow, great stuff to start with, Aries. We have the Six of Pentacles paired with the Magician. Yeah, this is you can create anything. See, like me, one fear obviously that I have had, interesting. I was going to say had, but I said have. So obviously the fear is still here. That's why I haven't really, you know, jumped into the making money part. But one fear I have is that, hey, if I chase my passions, how the hell am I gonna become stable? How the hell am I gonna make a good enough income, especially during these times where we're being screwed and they're squeezing all the money out of us, and you know, everything is so expensive. So I have people, you have to make good money, you know, to be able to thrive in this environment. That's why everything is so expensive. So everybody has to work for other rich people, you know. But anyways, I'm being sidetracked. So what was I talking about? Wow, I even forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, my fear, right? Of course, I have these passions. I have these things that I want to do in life. I have these things that I want to learn. I have the things that I want to study. But how am I going to make money? You know, how am I going to make money? That's a big fear of mine, and a big unknown. I don't know how. You know, I'm still trying to figure it out. I still haven't figured it out yet. But I've been working on my things. I've been learning a lot of stuff, you know. So even if there is no money yet, that doesn't mean that I haven't made progress. That doesn't mean that I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a bad situation. You know, I've been making enough money for what I needed at this moment. You know, and I just need to keep studying. I just need to keep making my videos better. I just need to keep learning how to edit again, and you know, all of this is fun for me. You know, even if I'm not making money, I'm still doing all of these things, doing all of this hard work, doing all of this learning. So clearly, if I'm not making money out of it yet, then it's clearly something that I'm passionate about, something that I actually enjoy, something that I like. So, but so one fear is, how am I going to make money though? How am I ever going to figure out how to make money out of these passions of mine? Well, see, the Magician is the one that creates. He creates. He has the sword, he has a cup, he has a pentacle, he has a wand in his hand. He has all four elements there, and he can combine them, and he can create whatever it is that he wants. He's the magician. He's skilled. He can manipulate energy at this point to create what it is that he wants. And funny enough and dope enough is it's paired with the Six of Pentacles. So the pentacles are of the things you can see, or people call this abundance, right? But this is obviously money. You can see money, right? Money buys you things that you can see, valuables, right? So yeah, Pentacles is about money, abundance, but it's about everything that you can see, right? It's also about your human body, your physical, you know, how are you physically? How are you, like your health, your physical health? That's also abundance, you know, not being sick, you know, that's a huge difference. You know, being sick is like being poor, right? You're poor health, right? It's even in the word, poor health. So money, right? Poor, no money, right? So see, everything that you can see is of the Pentacles. And dope enough, we have the six. The sixes are each suit at its best. All right, so everything goes through its cycle. Each suit goes through its cycle. You know, you have bad days, you have really good days, right? You know yourself at your worst, you have seen yourself at your best. Hopefully that keeps getting better, right? But the best of the things that you can see, the home. So the Pentacles are in home. The Six of Pentacles are, if there are people in need, there are people that are willing to give, right? This is, if I am in need of something, you have that something to give me, and you are in need of something. I have that something that you need, and then we exchange, right? There's a scale here. We exchange, you know, but keeping things balanced. Balanced is, you know, somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure. So how cool would it be if we just interchanged things, right? That's how the world works. That's how the things that you can see work, right? You are born, right, and then when you die, well, you go back to the soil, right? So Giving and taking. You took, right? This body is technically the earth's. Yeah, this is part of the earth, right? And you took it, right? And then you're using it, and then you'll give it back. Right? So so the magician, willing, having the skill to manipulate energy, and you're manipulating the things that you can see, the abundance. So this is money, that fear that I had of not knowing how I'm going to earn money out of my passions. This is money coming in, right? You in need of money, and money is out there waiting to find you, to arrive. So you are creating Aries. Something is being created here, and there's it's all about your passions. All right, you're figuring this out, is what's going on. Slowing down and postponement. Okay, so interesting. Slowing down is pointing over here. So the turtle is slowing down. So this money situation, right? Slow down. If you are trying to rush this means that you feel like you are in need. We aren't in need, right? What we need is out there. All right, so we aren't in need. We're just waiting for the package to arrive, right? When you order off Amazon, well, it's gonna take hours, days. It's gonna take time for it to arrive, right? It's like you're ordering this, and then you're like, I need it now. Where is it? It's my money, and I need it now. Why isn't it here yet? And then you're freaking out. You're feeling sad. You're like, wow, I guess this isn't gonna happen since it's happening today. No. When you order something, it's gonna take a couple days, for it to arrive. Right, the shipping. So this money, it's gonna get there. All right, slow down. All right, if you're feeling rushed, that means that you're pushing this money away. Okay, so slow down. All right, it's postponement. All right, see how postponement is kind of a negative word. It gives a negative connotation to you have to wait. You're postponing, right? It's like postponing happiness, right? See, there's color there. This is reality, but she is not in reality. She is sad. She is depressed. There is no color in her life, right? She says this is for her, and she doesn't have it right now, and she's sad because she feels punished. You just don't have the thing. I don't know. This almost feels like Michael, right? Being a salesman, making more money, and then being sad still, right? Because he knows he's not where he's supposed to be. So, okay, there's two things, right? Go to where you're supposed to be, right? If you're in the part where you are not. Okay, and the number two is that, sure, if you don't have this money now, okay, slow down. Don't rush. Don't worry, right? The more we worry, the more we rush, the more we push it away. So slow down, and you'll attract it. All right, just I know this sounds like, it's like, trust me, bro. But this is what it's saying. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? That's what these cards are saying. I don't know what to tell you. It's not my fault. I don't know. All right. So strife. See. You're fighting me again. I don't. What do you want me to say? I don't know what to say. I don't know where the money is, but it says that it's coming. See, the Princess of Discs, we're noobs at this, okay? We're noobs at the discs, all right? The princess is the beginning stage, the beginner, right? And then it's a cycle, right? We go from a princess to the knight, to the queen, to the king, back to the princess, all right? It's the same with Michael, right? Michael started as manager. He learned that he could make more money as a salesman. He became a salesman. He became sad, and then he became a manager again, right? So Michael went around, and then he went back to where he started. But the beginning Michael and the end Michael were two very different Michaels, right? So same with the princess. A princess starts, all right, she goes through the queen, king, or the knight, queen, king, back to the princess. But the princess that started this is very different princess than the one that ended it. Okay, so now we're talking about the discs. We're talking about the pentacles. We're talking about this money. We're talking about these things that we can see, all this abundance, all this good health, So strife with it. So are we battling it? Yeah, you were fighting me. Yeah. See, so it's okay if this hasn't gotten here quickly. All right, this is something new that you are learning. See, this reading almost feels like it's talking about me, because I'm very bad with money. I I have a bad relationship with money. So money is one thing that I am working with, you know. I'm trying to learn. I'm good on the emotions side, but like the physical side is a thing that I have kind of issues with, you know. Not issues, but like it's a thing that I need to work on, you know. We all have something that we need to work on. We all have weaknesses, we all have strengths, you know. They're all different from everybody else's, you know. So yeah, then so this is what, like, one thing for me. I am very good with the emotions side. I'm very good with the invisible part of ourselves, kind of, almost, you know. But I'm very bad with the physical part. I'm very bad with the money part of it. I'm very bad with making myself feel valuable, you know, trusting my skill, making, you know, have that confidence, you know, that is needed for you to put yourself out there and for people to see you so that you are able to make that money, you know. That's one thing that I struggle with. That's one thing that from strife for me, you know. So we all have things we need to work on. We all have things that we have trouble with, all right? But that doesn't mean you gotta avoid them. I can't avoid not making money, you know. Money is necessary for life, especially right now where it's so much money, you know. Like, but so yeah, princess, right? We all are noobs at something, okay? So if this isn't arriving yet, it's just because you're new, okay? You're trying to learn new things, and so don't beat yourself up. You know, babies take a while to learn how to walk, so it's okay if you take a while to learn how to paint your gray days. So slow down, all right? Take things day by day, you know, minute by minute, hour by hour, you know. Just slow down. Just watch, keep learning, keep doing things. You're right where you belong. You're right where you need to be. All right, you're right where you need to be. All right, and you're learning. So, you got this. No, there's no problems here. There's no problems here, Aries. So don't make any problems where there are none. So I think we'll just do one card. I've been talking for a while. 22. Look at that. We go from 21 to 22. So step 1, progress, and 22 is one of my favorite cards in the deck, as this is one of my favorite scenes in The Office. So this card pops up when it says that, hey, something amazing is about to happen to you. Something amazing is about to happen. It can be one of your favorite things, one of your favorite moments in life, something that is very special to you. This moment is going to be special to you. This moment is... See, even my dog got excited. So enjoy what's coming, Aries. All right, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be. I don't know why I've never said dope in my channel this whole time, and I've said dope about 10 times in this video. So I don't know. There's something about dopeness. Look out for that word. All right. I hope this reading helped, Aries. If it did help, please help me as well by leaving a like, leaving a comment, and subscribing if you would like to keep hanging out, as this is a safe place where we try to figure life out together. So thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.